Hello, this is Darren.
And this is Paige.
And this is
Where's the Lemonade?
Where we talk about what happens when life throws you lemons.
Make some lemonade?
Maybe. Some weeks it's lemon squares.
Yeah, some weeks it's just lemons.
Yeah.
On today's episode,
We're going to talk about getting organized after Christmas. What a mess.
thank goodness. Let's do it.
So last week, after all the Christmas festivities and everything, we decided to, after taking all the decorations down, we decided to get organized.
Well, let's not say we decided to get organized. We are in the process. I don't want to, sell a bill of goods that ain't there. So we are.
I think it has to do with the New Year's resolutions and tearing down Christmas decorations, because when we have our Christmas decorations up, the house seems smaller.
Yes, for sure.
In fact, I was watching a YouTube video. Someone said, "Can't wait to get down the Christmas decorations. I feel claustrophobic."
Yep.
And we felt the same way.
Yes. Yes. Especially, and then I was in a hurry we were going to repaint and change up our front room or living room. So I was in a hurry to take down the Christmas decorations so we could get started on that. And yeah, the house feels clean and more streamlined when you get all those decorations down. Because I've had decorations up since the last week of September, because I put up Halloween decorations, which, if anyone knows me, there's a lot, almost as many Halloween decorations as there are Christmas.
I would say it's very rival.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we take down Halloween, but leave up the fall for Thanksgiving. And then we take down the fall and put up the Christmas.
Yeah, it's a logistics nightmare, but we get through it every year. It's gotten better. We did have a whole episode on how to handle Christmas decorations or decorations.
Yes, we
in
did.
general.
We did.
But one thing that always happens during Christmas time is we have to find a place to put things.
Yes, we do. When presents start coming in. Well, I kind of figured out how to do that this year, though. Do you remember what I did?
Yeah, you put them at the foot of our bed and threw a big blanket over the top of them.
No, I didn't throw the big blanket over until close to Christmas, because I just put every single Amazon box in our room. I didn't open a single one.
And I have to tell you, when you get to my age and you have to use the bathroom in the middle of the night, it's like, traversing a maze in the dark.
There have been many nights where I heard you go, "Dang it." And yeah, I'd hear like a thud.
Yeah.
But yes. So that's how we did it this year. We did not open any Amazon boxes until we had to, till like 2 weeks before Christmas, Sam's birthday. We had to open everything. And then I just left it all there with a blanket over the top.
Yeah. And what's fascinating about that is no one would have known that we had kind of that mess up in our bedroom, because all that stuff we did not store anywhere else in the house. It was all went up there.
So we have decided we're posers.
Total organizational posers.
We are posers. If people walk in our house, I think people that know us listening to this episode would be shocked, except for our very closest friends, but would be shocked that we are not.
So if you don't know, you're not our closest friends.
That's right. Yes, if you don't know, but now I'm revealing this to all of my friends and listeners that we are posers. So if you walk in our house, it is always clean and organized. That's what you see.
There are a couple spots.
That is what you see.
Anyone that comes over, if you want to see how disorganized we are, we're going to tell you the spots to look.
Oh, don't tell them.
So our pantry, which is not a pantry, it's really a place to store paper goods and bags. And
it's like our little mini Costco is what it is.
It's a mini Costco.
It's for all of our parties. It's got our drink containers, and it's got all of Madeline's baking stuff, and it's got candles and
big
pots and platters
and things like that. That is a disaster. I think one of our dear friends organized it once. Thank you, Desiree.
Yes.
That was very sweet of you.
And Madeline has organized it many times. I've organized it many times. Right now, it is actually pretty organized.
Right. It'll be like that for about 4 weeks. So our pantry is one. The other one is the office.
The office that you and I share.
Yeah, you and I share an office.
And
it becomes
really not pretty in any way. Like, literally a week ago, there was a very small path to get to our desk.
There
Right?
was. Yes. And the reason why is because it's the easy place to take things. I don't know exactly where this goes, so I'm going to put it in the office.
Yep. And because we had redone the living room, we brought out our entertainment center, which our entertainment center had 3, 6, 9, 12, at least 12 shelves in our entertainment center where I had things.
Little knickknacks and
Yes,
doodads.
things from our trips and pictures. So we brought the entertainment center out so we could paint in there. And we put all of the knickknacks in the office, just kind of in a bucket, and the ones that didn't fit in the bucket on the ground. I mean, it was.
So that's our way of organizing. Just throw it in the office.
Yes. And then let's reveal our worst place.
The worst is what happens when there's no more room left in the office. And that is the garage.
Oh, the garage.
And see, the garage is in 2 segments, actually 3 segments.
Yes.
Right? The area where all of the decorations are, the area, and that's pretty well organized. Everything's in bins
it is
and
now.
in shelves
Yes.
and color coded. So that's pretty good. There's the work area for Daisy Blossom Creations, who is sponsoring this today. By the way, check out our website, daisyblossomcreations.com.
Absolutely.
Right? That's our woodworking area,
Yes.
which it's in constant movement because I'm always cutting and sanding and painting and staining
and then friends come over and use our saw and their wood is sitting there. And
yeah. Things like so that, and then there's the center part between those 2 areas that is no man's land, where if you don't have a place to put something in the house, it just gets dropped out there, and sometimes right at the back door, so you have to step over it to get. So that's our pose. That's how we fake it.
We totally fake it. Because like I said, anyone that walks in our house thinks, well, it is our house. The bottom, the downstairs of our house, minus those doors that are closed, is always clean and organized and looks
and
good.
for most cases, the kids' bedrooms and our bedroom is in pretty good shape most of the time. Except around Christmas.
I wouldn't say most of the time, but the kids' bedrooms most of the time.
Only after we tell them. But the real big is the garage, and you know, 2 or 3 times a year we clean out the garage.
Yep, and about every 4 months we clean out the pantry. The office, I don't know that we're on any kind of routine with that.
No, but it does start to get a little embarrassed when I have to do a web conference for work, and I'm on the video, and I have to. There's only one spot that I have where it's not embarrassing, where people are just seeing
so
that.
So embarrassing.
I know, it's so horrible. So I've gone to putting in fake backgrounds behind me with some software, which you
can just put up like a big picture of me behind you.
Yes,
how's that?
I'll do that. I'll do that.
So, just so everyone knows, we're fake organizers. Our house is like, we keep our house very clean, but we have our secret hideout, non-organizational spots.
Absolutely.
And we did not mention your closet as well.
Oh, my closet.
Your closet is like the abyss of no man's land.
Yes, it is. Now, I have clothes hanging up, but on the floor in my closet, I have all of our luggage.
There's nowhere else to put it.
Packed inside of each other. So,
which is kind of funny because your closet is about
1/10 the size. It's about 1/4 the size of Paige's.
It's about 1/4 the size of my closet, but I would never even consider having the suitcases in my closet. No. Which is so sad. So Darren, in his little tiny closet, has 10 suitcases.
Literally.
And then his shoes. And then you, when you're trying to be quiet, if I'm asleep in the morning, if you're leaving really early, you're getting dressed and undressed. And you end up putting clothes in your closet.
I put clothes that I'm going to wear again later.
And we used to hide Christmas presents in your closet.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was no man's land.
Yeah.
It's a little better right now.
It is. And anytime Paige wants my closet cleaned up, if it's really getting on her nerves, she just does something to make me mad. That's her little trick. It doesn't matter what it is. Because when I get upset, I clean.
Clean.
And the one thing I clean is my closet.
It's true. You go right for the closet.
Yeah. It's awful.
It's not that awful.
after Christmas, I went on some websites to see, all right, what can we do to help kind of declutter after Christmas? We found a couple articles. I thought they were very insightful and things that we kind of already do, but some additional things that I thought were pretty interesting.
Like torch your garage or something?
Torch your garage.
That wasn't one of them?
Just so people know, in California where we live, you don't park your car in the garage.
Most of the people we know do not park their cars in their garage. We certainly could not.
No, and never.
And we have a 3-car garage.
Yeah.
But we've never, since we've been married, is that what a garage is for? Is for cars?
No, it's for storage of stuff.
Because we don't have basements.
We don't have basements.
So all you people that live in places with basements, you are so lucky.
Yeah,
we struggle.
Our lot size is pretty small, 7,200 square feet. So we don't have a lot of places for like storage.
No,
but I do see people in our neighborhood that actually park in the garage.
Yes.
Maybe we should go ask them.
Yeah, they're like unicorns.
Unicorns, that's right. Very rare and magical. Okay, so one thing I read was how to downsize after Christmas. And the one thing that they said was downsize your decor.
I don't like this article.
I know you don't. But I kind of like what they said.
If you didn't know, I have not heard about this article until right now.
It's I showed it to you the other day.
You did?
Yeah, I guess you didn't want to read it when you saw it.
I probably saw the title and threw it away.
Yeah, probably.
I didn't know we were going to talk about it in our podcast.
So one of the things we've talked about, one thing at Christmas time, we fill our house full of poinsettias.
I love them.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
I love them. They're a great decor.
They are. They bring out red. It's actually, we love having them in the house.
So we buy about 25, 30.
Yeah, between 2 and 3 dozen.
Yeah, and we put them all over the house. I have,
But there's a problem with real poinsettias.
Ugh, there is. They die quick.
They die quick, especially with us, because we're not good with plants.
You mean you're trying to be so nice here? You mean that I am not good with plants?
Well, I didn't know you needed to water poinsettias, so I'm not good with them either.
I watered them this year.
I know.
Not just the ones I could reach. Did you see me? I got the ladder out several times, but
they still,
the ones that are up high, that I have to get the ladder out, the heat rises and it kills them. The ones that are sitting in our window sills and things, they do great.
Yep.
But the ones that get no sunlight and they're just getting heat, they die. 2 weeks is about
2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we talked about, why don't we, because we love the way they look.
Yep.
There's no real smell to them, so we really don't care if they're alive or not.
Yeah.
Why don't we get some fake ones? We talked about it.
Yes.
Because it would save us a lot of money in the long run.
In the long run, it would save us money.
Right, because we could buy them off season.
Right.
Why don't we get them?
Because you won't let me.
Because I'm mean and I won't let her. Number one reason.
There's no we don't have the storage space.
We have no place to put them.
And poinsettias are big. Like to store 30 poinsettias would be ridiculous.
I guess I could hang them upside down in the attic.
I guess you could.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
But this is always something that you always say, you don't mind spending $150 on the live poinsettias that we get, and then we just toss them.
Right, because storing them would not be worth it. So this goes into how you downsize on your Christmas decor. There are some things that you don't have a place to store, then don't buy them.
Right.
Or you're going to have to remove other things that you don't like anymore.
Yeah.
Right. In the article, they talked about maybe getting rid of things that you haven't used in your Christmas decor for the last 3 years.
Okay, so that is hard for me, and this is why it's hard for me. I have no problem getting rid of things that I haven't been using. You know that about me. I'm not a hoarder.
No. I
have no problem throwing things away. But with my Christmas decor, a lot of it is stuff that my mom has made.
I know.
And I will not get rid of it.
And I've told you, we will always keep that because we'll hand it down to.
So even though I may not display it anymore, because these are things she made. I mean, I have some things she made in the 60s and 70s. I mean, I love that I have these things. They don't really go with my decor now, and
But sometimes we pull them out and show them.
We do sometimes,
right?
and
so they get cycled in.
And I love having them, and I will not get rid of them.
So, but another thing, and we have these big Christmas balls. They're probably 1.5 foot round that we hang up, and we've been hanging up year after year until last year. We noticed how many of them were cracked, and we actually threw them away.
We tossed them all.
Yeah, so that's one of the tips that they give. Get rid of broken
Yes.
or duplicate decorations,
Right.
which we've never bought the same decoration twice. Especially when we're going through Michael's. Oh, that's super cute. Oh, let's get it. And we bring it home and goes,
And we haven't.
oh,
No wonder
why do
I
we
like
have
that.
3 of these in a box?
I have done this a time or two. Yes, I have.
It does happen to people. Another thing that they mentioned here was ditch all of the broken lights.
That,
The
yeah.
light strings.
Yes.
Because how much time do you spend going through the light strings trying to find that one bulb? And you couldn't find it last year, and you said, well, we'll do that after Christmas.
And you know
Just
what?
Chuck it.
Christmas lights are cheap. At Walmart, they're like $1.50 for a box.
Well, and also if they're old lights, they're probably not LED lights.
Right.
And they're probably consuming more energy than
Exactly.
the old ones. So
Toss them.
toss them.
Toss them. We
Yeah.
have no problem tossing lights. We're really good at that too.
Really? Because we need to go toss some lights then. Because I've got 3 buckets of lights out there.
Well, maybe they all work.
Lights we will never use again.
Well, then I guess you.
So if anyone's hearing this podcast and you want lights, just come on over.
Yes.
I'll give you a couple boxes of
But
lights.
I mean, I like to have extra white lights. We've used them for receptions, and you know what I mean. Like white lights are good to have.
These aren't white lights. These are those lights that we grew up with type of
Well,
light.
why do we still have those?
I don't know.
Feel free to throw those away,
Okay,
babe.
I will throw them
Okay.
away. Unless someone wants them. There's a call out. Here's another thing. As we get older and we're more concerned about breaking a hip, falling off a ladder, there might be some decorations that are just too hard to put up anymore.
Are we really saying this on our podcast?
I'm
We're not
saying
old yet,
this.
babe.
I know.
Come on.
I'm feeling old.
Oh my goodness.
I don't try and put lights in the eaves of our
no.
house, and I used to.
Yes, and I was a nervous wreck when you were out there trying to do that.
Because it's the top of that eave is about 40 feet.
Yes.
And
No, I was a nervous wreck. So we came up with a good compromise. I decided I wanted these huge, massive, I don't even know how big they are, wreaths.
they're about 3-4 feet.
Yeah, and they go up in the upstairs windows. We have to go through the upstairs bedroom and we reach out, but it's no big deal.
It's no big deal. So the decorations that I used to put up on there, we've
Yep.
gotten rid of those. So
Yep.
that's what I mean by that, right?
Yes, yes.
Your taste change. We talked about that. So I mean, those are some tips that you have to downsize and do it while you're putting decorations out,
Yes.
because then you don't have to. Because what typically happens, those are broken. Let's put those in a box over here,
Right.
and then that box gets put back
Yes,
in the
exactly.
pile, and you see it again next year, and you
Yep.
make the same decision again. So just get rid of them
Yep.
while you can.
I did a really good job when we were putting up ornaments this year. I threw away so many ornaments because I went, if no one has any kind of attachment to it,
Yeah, we did.
and first of all, our tree is massive and we don't have room for half of our ornaments.
Yeah, so we have a 12-foot tree because in our front room it's 12-foot ceilings.
Yep.
And putting an 8-foot tree or a 6-foot tree in there, a live tree, is ridiculously silly.
Yes.
So we went to Costco and bought a fake tree. I won that battle.
You did
Very
win
much.
that battle.
And it literally takes me 5 minutes to put that tree
It
up.
does. It's
But
already got lights on it.
It's
awesome.
lights. It's
Awesome.
perfect, right? It is 12 feet high. And we fill that tree, and we still have a box of ornaments every year.
Oh, yes, because all of our kids, we have 10 of them. We still have all of their ornament, and they get an ornament from us every year. They get an ornament from my mom every year. So they have lots of ornaments they've been collecting all these years.
Now, it takes some skill putting ornaments on our tree because if you only put them on the front of the tree tends to tip over.
That is true.
I didn't know ornaments weigh that much, but they do. So
They do.
we always put the second-class ornaments on the
Yes,
back of the tree.
That's right. But this year, I would hold up an ornament. I would be like, I'm like, whose ornament is this? And everybody was like, I don't know. We didn't have a name on it.
Toast.
Toast. Goodbye.
Yep. So, I mean, and that helped because that decreased by half a box.
Yeah.
What we were putting up.
Yep.
So that's a good one. Another important thing on staying organized and decluttering after Christmas is having a rotation schedule for your decorations in the garage, if that's where you're keeping them, where you know where the ornaments or where all the decorations are going so you can get to them, 10 months from now. You're not going to remember, so it's good to label them and put them in a good spot.
Yep, definitely. You have done a good job of that.
Now, the other thing, you may get a lot of gifts that are unwanted
or just not needed,
or not needed.
right? So I saw this that you put that on there. So you want people to re-gift.
Or find them a nice home. That's what the article said, and I thought that's funny.
I have re-gifted a time or two. I will say that if I've gotten something that I think is super cute, because I don't want to give a gift to someone that I don't think is cute, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if it's super cute, but I already have one of it, or it could be a candle or a picture frame or whatever. If I have no problem re-gifting that to someone.
Or if maybe it ends up going back to the store.
Yeah.
Whatever it might be.
So don't just hold on to things for the sake of holding on things because it was a gift. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, do you remember that hot pot that we got at our wedding? It was a hot pot from like the 70s. It had been re-gifted, so it came in a box. Don't you remember that? We looked at that and go, that's funny.
That's been re-gifted.
It's been re-gifted over the decades. Yeah. Everyone needs a hot pot from the 70s.
And we took it to Goodwill, I believe.
Yes, we did.
Okay, so you might feel like when you take down your Christmas decorations that you want to just kind of start your spring cleaning early. And that's how I kind of felt this year.
Well, and that's easy for us here in California because there's no snow on the ground. It's not super cold outside.
Yes.
So you kind of get that feeling like, all right, we need to do this now.
Yep. So what sparked ours, though, other than, like I said, we were painting, kind of redoing the living room. And when we went to put stuff back on the shelves, because we now have floating shelves in our living room.
We only have 4 shelves.
We only have 4 shelves.
What'd you say earlier?
12 huge shelves, and these are 4 small shelves. So it's, we really had to decrease. And there was a couple things that I couldn't find.
We still haven't found them.
No. So, and the thing is you're wondering why can't you find these? They've been put away since actually probably September.
Yeah, because you take down the things that are normally there and put up the Christmas
and put up
Halloween.
The Halloween. Yes. So we always have a bin of all the stuff from the house that didn't have a couple of these things. So and you had said, it's not in the Christmas stuff. It's not in the Halloween stuff. I've already looked. So I started looking in I thought, because it was just a few things that I'm missing. So I started thinking maybe I put them in the pantry or maybe I put them in the office. So I start looking in the pantry and I'm like, this pantry is a disaster. Then I start looking in the office and I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is so bad. Then I go out to the garage and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, we are so gross.
She gave us the "We Are Pigs" speech.
Oh, I was having a little nervous breakdown. I was like, I just can't take it anymore. Everything's so. And what did you do at that very minute?
You curled up in a ball in the center of the floor.
No, I said, what did you do? I didn't say, what did I do?
I went and tackled the office by myself.
He did. He went in the office and he spent 2-3 hours.
I unloaded like 4 garbage cans worth.
It was so sweet because you didn't ask me to go in there and help you. You just went and did it.
You couldn't move. I was like, I got to do something. My wife's in dire straits here.
Oh gosh, I was just like, I cannot believe how.
But I can tell you, it's so much better because that's my workspace, and I was feeling a little claustrophobic myself. It's so much better when something is cleaned, and we just kept putting it off because that was our dumping place for everything that was coming out of the entertainment center or from Christmas or Thanksgiving or guests are coming over.
Exercise stuff was. I mean, like it was unbelievable. I mean, health stuff was in there. Just crazy how much stuff was in there.
Yeah, no, I didn't throw away everything. But I found the real homes for a lot of things.
Right. But you did have like 4 garbage cans full of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you threw away, and I have no idea what you've thrown away.
That's the way to do it, guys. Get to the point where your wife's curled up in a ball on the floor, and then you can start throwing away things.
So I have no idea. The only thing, I walked in towards the end and I said, don't go through this one pile. And you were like, I'm going to. And I said, no, don't go through this pile. I need to go through this pile.
And I haven't gone through it yet.
Yeah, we haven't gone through it, have we?
Oh, you were going to go through it.
I know.
Well, you get like 3 more days.
And then you're taking over.
And I'm taking over.
So yes, you did a great job of decluttering the office, even though we still have to do the closet.
And this brings out our dirty little secret about both of us.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, it is a dirty little secret.
Yeah. We love it when things are organized.
We do. It feels so good.
It does.
But
we are not good at organizing.
We are not. You okay?
I'm fine.
So, you okay that we said that?
Something will be organized for a period of time, and then it just goes. It's the law of entropy. All of a sudden, everything is in chaos, and unless we make that concerted effort to get things back organized again,
yes,
and we don't like organizing.
We don't. I don't like doing the organizing, but I love it to be organized. It feels so good.
Yeah.
But yet, I hate to have someone else do it because you have to sit there and say yes, no, right? I mean, like.
Not when your wife is curled up and fall on the floor. You just throw stuff away.
And I'm sure I won't miss anything that you got rid of.
You won't even know it's gone.
That's right.
Until a month from now when you go, hey, where's such and such? And I'll go, oh, yeah, I threw that away.
But, sweetie, we do still have to find those missing knickknacks.
I did not throw those away.
You better not have.
I was looking for those things.
And, yeah, they're still missing. So we have to go through all of our bins because they must have gotten put into a bin that was half full, and we put more stuff.
60 bins out there.
Okay, so yes, we started our spring cleaning. It feels good. We're going to continue on with it. The pantry actually is organized right now. The office has a very, very good start. The garage
is still a disaster.
So
I need to spend some time in the workshop area cleaning up after the Christmas rush for Daisy Blossom.
Yes. Yep.
Which means tearing down equipment, cleaning it out.
Yep.
So that's a big job. That'll take a couple days. So.
It will. But yeah, we got a good start on it, babe.
Okay, our lemonade moment of the week comes for Paige.
So yes, this has been a really busy week. I had book club and, youth group and very, very busy week.
And I was traveling.
And you were traveling. So, yes, it was a very, very crazy week. And then
you had something every night.
I did. And my good friend, who's now a life coach, she was having this little get together at her house on one of these nights as well. And I was just like, and I promised her I would come. And you know me, if I promise, I have to be dead in the road for me not to, I will come through for whoever I promise something to. So even though I was hesitant to go because I was just like, oh my goodness, I'm leaving the kids again. And, another thing to do. It was great. It was great. So it's all about, she was sharing with us thought work. And so meaning, there's things that are fact. I'm sure she's going to be. She actually is an avid listener of our podcast, and she's going to be listening to this.
So call out to Reese.
Yes, Reese. And I'm so sorry that I'm probably going to butcher what you told us last night. Maybe we should have Reese on our podcast.
Oh, we should do that. Now, one thing that I'll just tell you.
Yes.
When I talked to you, when I got home last night from my business trip, you were actually pretty excited about it.
I was.
So I was like, wow, this is great because it's all about having positive thoughts.
Yes.
And controlling your thoughts and doing that. And I said, wow, that's pretty incredible.
It can be life-changing. So here's an example. So your husband comes home from work and walks in and sits down and gets on his computer or plays a video game or whatever. You actually don't do that because your work is home. So you don't come home from work. You're just here.
Maybe I'll try this.
But yeah, don't try that. So, and you're in the kitchen. You've been, dealing with the kids all day and you're in the kitchen and you're cooking and your husband's sitting there on the couch, not paying attention to you, not helping. So say this goes on for years and years and years and you're a nag and your whole family is stressed out all the time because you're nagging and he's not helping and the kids feel the tension right? So what she was telling us is, the fact is, he's sitting there on his laptop. That's all. That's the fact. Your thoughts might be, he's being inconsiderate, he's being rude, he's not helping, blah, 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 right? Those are our thoughts. Those aren't facts. Those are our thoughts. So the idea, and like I said, Reese, I hope I'm saying this right. The idea is that you can't change him. You can only change your thoughts. So instead of sitting there going, can't believe he's doing this to me again, you just go, you know what? I'm going to be okay with this. I'm going to cook dinner, and I'm going to be okay with he's sitting there doing that because I can't change him. And the more I'm trying to change him, the more frustrated that our whole family is getting. So it's about changing your thoughts. So I did ask her, I said, so does that just mean you're giving up? Like, right? Like I'm giving up. I'm settling. I'm just going to say, you do what you want. And in a sense, I guess it is because you can't change that person if they don't want to change.
No, but you're changing your attitude.
You're changing your attitude.
Right. And that was the big thing that I think you got
Right.
from it was, you know what? Maybe this is something that he needs or she needs or whatever it is.
Right.
And periodically asking for help, you never know.
Right. So, I mean, that was just one example, but it is.
Yeah, you came home pretty stoked about that. So,
yeah.
Way to go, Reese.
Yeah, that we can be happier when we choose to change our thoughts.
Yeah, I think that's it. Great.
So anyway, yeah. Good job, Reese. If you like today's episode,
give us 5 stars on iTunes, Spotify, Google.
And head to Facebook and like us.
And check out our blog at where'sthelemonade.org,
where you can leave questions and comments.
But most of all,
go out and make some lemonade.
You betcha, baby.